What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Cool coming to you from Big Cool Entertainment with my first review of Empire Season 2. Sorry I missed Episode 1, but Season 2, Episode 2 was tonight. It was titled Without a Country, and it was a great episode. I thoroughly enjoyed the first episode, the season premiere, but this was even better. A lot was going on, in tonight's episode. Cookie, was being her usual self. She's all into everything, and they still dealing with what all happened in episode 1. Jamal is still angry at his brothers and his mom, but it was a great episode tonight. Cookie went to Jamal, interrupted his interview he was doing, to ask if he would give Hakeem his album back. He didn't agree. And after she asked that, he walked into the elevator and she dropped some bomb, shell on him and told him that Andre Hakeem and herself would be starting their own record label. Obviously, he didn't like that. And, we'll see how that goes. Hakeem is in this episode is trying to start his all-girl group. It's not going as planned. He was looking for a certain identity, a certain look. He wanted one African-American chick, one Caucasian, and one Hispanic chick. But all he got that he liked was, 3 Hispanic women. And, they all feisty. And one of them, I think Valentino, she didn't want to be a part of a group. She wanted to be a solo artist. So he continued on in that. He went to ex-girlfriend Tiana to see, if she would join. And she was offended, rightfully so, because she's a talented, singer in her own right. And she has her own path on the show of where she wants to go. And pretty much everything is up in arms and up in the air in terms of what they want to do. It's kind of shaky between those three because all three of those individuals involved in starting this record label has a different idea of different things they want to do. Hakeem wants to start an all girl group. Andre, how he is. He's business savvy. He's all about the rules and everything. He will break them, but he wants to do this thing the right way. And Cookie is about the dollar, getting it by any means necessary. And Hakeem is he's all over the place in tonight's episode. Jamal, pulled up on him as he was leaving what would be, their studio. Told him to get in. Told him he would like for him to come back to Empire. Told him he can have his album back if he came back to Empire. He'd get it all the push he want and just create new music together. It seemed from the scene we was watching that Hakeem was receptive to the notion and idea of coming back to Empire with Jamal. But Cookie came out there and she seen that Jamal obviously was recruiting his little brother back to Empire. She didn't like that. They gave each other ugly looks, and it's kind of, you can tell it's gonna be a crazy rest of the season 2. And in terms of Lucius obviously is still in jail. And he had a little complications with his medicine. Somebody took his medical file out of his file, so obviously without the paperwork, you can't get your medication. And that guy who was messing with his medical files was Ludacris, who guest starred tonight as a correctional officer. He did a good job. I tell you that he did a very good job. You can tell he's developed as an actor over the years. But obviously he didn't like Lucius, and he let it be known. Every chance he got to mess with him, he did that. And of course Lucius doesn't like that, and Lucius always seems to find a way to get the upper hand and get things to go his way. Jamal came to visit him in jail. They was discussing things, and a new character introduced tonight by the name of Thirsty. I forgot his last name, but he's a lawyer. He overheard Jamal and Lucius' conversation, offered his help. Lucius took him up on it, and so far through this episode, he paid dividends for him. He caught Ludacris as he was leaving work. Not him per se, but his guys to rough him up, broke his ribs, beat him up pretty good. Recovered the laptop in which Lucius and his boys in jail recorded a song. I think it's Snitch Bitch, but whatever it was, they recorded it Ludacris broke it up. His fellow officers put him in solitary confinement, and they exchanged words. And Lucius made kind of a threat to let him know that I'm not the one to be messed with. And it was crazy because you don't want to threaten the officer, especially with you already been in jail. But he did that, and as you know, Lucius comes out on top. Ludacris gets roughed up, and the guy behind it is his new lawyer, Thirsty, and he's gonna play a significant role in this season in Lucius' life, and help Lucius overcome things that he normally wouldn't if he was going by the law or just wasn't breaking the rules. So I definitely expect him to have a big role in this, and for it to get even crazier. Um, Hakeem uploaded his album. He leaked it. Obviously, that's not a smart move. He could be sued by Empire. He's not going to see a dime off of it because he illegally did it, and Andre was upset when he told him that. Like I said, Andre is the savvy guy, the business savvy guy. He wants to do everything by the book. He doesn't want to do anything that'll damage the company and cause them money. But Hakeem is not thinking like that. He's the young brother. He's eager to get his music out there. He's eager to be his own mogul and to be a great pioneer in hip hop. And he's not thinking clearly, and it's affecting his judgment. So, you know, of course, Andre has to deal with that as well as Cookie, even though she doesn't seem to care as much. And that has led Andre to leave the to be determined name of the upcoming record label, which I think is going to be called the Lion's Destiny. Even though he said that Cookie and Hakeem wasn't the reason why he's leaving, it has to play a little part in his decision to leave from Empire. I mean, leave from working with them. Although you understand that in his blood and what he's known since he was a little boy is Empire. His dad, brought him up in the business. He went to school for business, and he loves his father. He loves Empire, and he just bleeds Empire. He went to his father to see if he would forgive him for joining forces with his mother and brother and trying to take over Empire. And Lucius being the guy that he is, he asked him, "You still going to church? You still going to church?" Because Andre said, "I hope you forgive me." And Andre's like, "Yeah, I'm still going to church." Well, he said, "Pray to God that he forgives you because I won't." And Andre got upset because if you look at the first season, Andre was his right hand man. Anything that besides his best friend, anything that Lucius wanted, Andre made happen. He made it happen, and I kind of feel him on this. Like, why would you betray your son? I know he kind of betrayed you by trying to go and take what you built and what you created from the ground up, but that's your son. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in the first season, and he always did the dirty work for Lucius, and for Lucius to turn his back on him, it hurt him, and it probably affected his decision to join forces with his mom and brother to try to take over Empire. But Jamal said, I mean not Jamal, Andre's like to Lucius, you could forgive Jamal and let him run the company, and you don't agree with his homosexual, him being a homosexual, and you could forgive Hakeem for sleeping with your fiance, but you can't forgive me, a guy that's been working hard for him. And I don't understand it either. But it was a flashback after Andre said what he had to say to Lucius, and it was with Kelly Rowland, I guess, with a younger actor who played Andre as a child. She asked him, "What do you want me to sing?" He was like, "Itsy Bitsy Spider," and she started to sing it, and then something just happened. I don't know if it was Andre's flashback, but I'm assuming it was Lucius's flashback, and we definitely gonna find out as the season unfolds what was that all about. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, Hakeem went to back to Jamal's place, and was talking to him, and Jamal said he wrote the song he was singing for him and told him to come back to Empire, make more music together. And that's when Hakeem told him that he uploaded his album, and Jamal got upset and said he gonna sue. I forgot what he said. Sue the pants off his ass, or sue his black ass, or something like that. Anyway, they had a little exchange, calling each other names or whatnot. And pretty much their relationship is strained, as you all know. And one more thing before I forget, Andre's wife told Jamal that Andre wants to come back to Empire, which we all know. And she told Jamal that she was pregnant. I don't think she's pregnant. I think she's lying. I don't trust her so much. She's always come off as a manipulative type person. She know how to get Andre to do whatever it is that she wants him to do. As smart as he is, she is his weakness. Also, his father is his weakness. He's trying to please the people he loved the most, and they don't always have his best interest. So she's definitely gonna try to get her hands on a part, in the company, whatever way she can, and we'll see how that unfolds. For whether she's pregnant with Andre's baby or not remains to be seen. And pretty much, like I said, Lucius at the end of this episode, his lawyer Thirsty was late, almost had the verdict thrown out, and he arrived just in time for everything to go smoothly, and he had new evidence. He gave one packet to the judge, and he gave one to the prosecutor. Obviously, he gave those two individuals two different types of envelopes, which had different things pertaining into it. The judge, once he saw what was really in there, throughout, determined that Lucius wasn't a flight risk and that his bond would be set for $1 million. What was in the envelope that caused him to change his mind? It was photos of the judge in compromised positions, whether it was with a female or male, we do not know, but he was tied up with a gag ball in his mouth, and obviously that spells bad news. You being a part of the judicial system, the law system, participating in activity like that, probably being married with kids, that's frowned upon, and he quickly knew what he had to do. Lucius gave him that, his patented mug, like, I'm back, and, it's definitely going to be a crazy ride in the next episode. In the preview, I'm assuming what they shown that Lucius is out. His bond has been, made and paid for, and he's out to cause a ruckus and get everything that he lost back, and to get revenge on everybody that crossed him. So it was a good second episode that I thoroughly enjoyed. It was much better than the first episode of the season premiere, season 2, and I look forward to next week's episode. And I'll be back with you the same time next Wednesday to give you a review on that episode. But leave your comments in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, Big Cool Entertainment. And like I said, like the video, subscribe, comment in the comment section below, and spread the word about the channel. I will be doing reviews on Empire all season long, and other shows and other sports. But until next time, I'm out. Peace.